not gonna come get them?
No, I'm not coming to get them. You took me to court. You damn near made me lose my job.
Did you lose your job? You ain't lose your job, right?
You wanted them so bad, have them.
I gotta work. Can you come get them?
No, I cannot. I'm on my way to Cabo.
Unfit mom. That's why I took the kids in the first place. Sounding dumb, bro. Yo, the whole world right now on all of these posts sounding stupid.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're here to talk about it again, another story. A man that got full custody of his 3 kids, and he's going back and forth with his baby mama. Now that he has full custody, he's not happy about it. So let's get into it, y'all.
Bro, do you hear yourself though? You not gonna come get them?
Okay, first of all, where are my kids at?
They in the house. Why do it matter what they have? You not come get them?
In that case, no, I'm not coming to get them. You took me to court. You damn near made me lose my job. You took these kids in the state. You think I'm not to fucking come and get them?
But where I was gonna take? Bro, I live in Georgia. Where I was gonna take them, bro? And did you lose your job? You ain't lose your job, right?
That's what you wanted. You wanted them so bad, have them. That's what you wanted. Now you got it.
Right. Listen. Oh my God! But when you had custody, bro, I was still there helping. I was still helping when you had custody. Can you come? I gotta work. Can you come get them?
No, I cannot. I'm on my way to Cabo.
Bro, all you listen. All you wanna do is argue, bro. That's why I went to court in the first place. It's cool. Bye, man. I can't do it, bro. Oh my God. Unfit mom as fuck, bro. That's why I took the kids in the first place.
Had them all this time. I allow you to go out and do whatever it is that you need to do to be a good father. I don't interfere with any of y'all relationships. I don't talk bad about you. I do need help because it's 3 kids. I'm full-time in school, full-time working. You decided to move to Georgia. Tell you to move to Georgia. You decided to move to Georgia. So once you did win custody, once you went into court telling all them motherfucking lies and shit, and you moved the kids to Georgia, I ain't saying it ain't no longer my responsibility, but damn, I can only do so much from where I'm at. I'm in Cincinnati. You want me to stop and drop everything that I'm doing when they're not in danger, they're not in trouble, just like when you moved and and I had to get a babysitter and I had to put them in daycare and I had to put them in summer camp. You need to do the same shit. It's that simple. Work don't stop for me, school don't stop for me, and work don't stop for you. Handle your business. You wanted them so bad, like I said, have them. Stand on it. I will help when it's my turn. I don't mind my child support is paid. I ain't behind the child support or none of that shit. But what you're not gonna do is try to sit up here and act like I don't help you with them kids, because I definitely do. I do my part. I'm just not overstepping. So whatever that looks like to you, you wanted custody so bad, you wanted child support so bad, you wanted to be this full-time dad who can do everything, do it. Let me be the weekend parent. Finally. I've been a mom since I was 16. Have it.
Damn.
Have it. And no, I do not feel bad. Y'all can't make me feel bad. My kids know me. They love me. We talk every day. If they need something, they can pick up the phone and call me anytime they please. But that nigga is really delusional.
Bro, everything that girl say is a lie, bro. Y'all believe in this. It's mainly the girls. Like, y'all happy because she get to be a deadbeat, bro? That ain't doing shit but hurting my kids, bro. Y'all happy because she get to be a deadbeat, bro? My kids, bro. She's a liar. That's why you think I got the kids in the first place? Y'all think I just went in there like, hey, I want my kids, and they gave them to me? They don't do that. When the last time you see somebody go into court for custody and get full custody of 3 kids, bro? Quit playing. Y'all feeding into this shit, making her feel good, feel great. Oh, have fun on your trip. She getting back at all the niggas that did this for years. I'm not that nigga. I'll take care of my kids. Y'all see, I'm in a truck right now. Y'all see, I'm at work. I'm in Indiana, bro. I live in Georgia. Kids had to get a daycare. That's cool. I ain't tripping. I just wanted her to step up a little bit and help me out, bro. Because when y'all had the kids, y'all want the dads to help out, right? I don't understand where y'all come. Well, I don't get y'all's logic. Like, y'all happy that somebody just get to be a deadbeat. Like, oh yeah, let's go, girl. Don't get them kids. Nigga, these is kids, bro. I ain't mean to say the N-word, but bro, these is kids. They gotta suffer through the whole situation, bro. And y'all happy about it, egging it on, sounding dumb, bro. Yo, the whole world right now on all of these posts sounding stupid.
Y'all, so that was the full video. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I think about the video. If most men knew what it takes to parent full-time, they actually wouldn't want the kids full-time. Having the kids full-time doesn't mean that you get to save money. It doesn't mean that you get more time. It doesn't mean that because you're not paying child support that you're actually keeping that money in your pocket, like what most men actually think that that means. Or not just men and women that want to avoid child support and do it for the wrong reason. Like, really, he gives narc vibes. Like, he's really difficult and he doesn't want to work with other people. She's in a whole nother state. From the video that she said, he upped and moved, went to a whole nother state. And sometimes parents will do that, like when the couple breaks up, to be spiteful. But you have to be very careful about that. He shows no consideration for her now, so I could only imagine what he must have been like when they were together. So he mentions very often in the video that she is an irresponsible parent. But I'm thinking, like, okay, if she's really this irresponsible of a parent, why would you even want her to watch the kids at this point? Why would you consider her trustworthy if you say that she is such an irresponsible parent, such a bad parent, she's this, she's that, but I need you to watch the kids? Okay. It now almost become a question of, is she an irresponsible parent or is he just a controlling narc? He's constantly accusing her of being a deadbeat mom. Like, he's completely comfortable putting this kind of information on the internet, despite who's going to see it. The kids could grow up to see this one day, her family, his family, no regard whatsoever. He's like a child having a tantrum, which is really irritating because he's not the first person to have to do this. He's not the first single dad. He's not the first single mom. There's plenty of single parents out there rocking it, doing it without bashing the other parent. So if he's calling her a deadbeat on the internet, like, imagine how he talks to her in privacy. Dealing with a co-parent like this can be completely unbearable, especially when you have to deal with this person, not only just while you're raising that child, but for the next 18 years. That child, you got graduations, you got weddings, you have award ceremonies. It's just so many events pass just while they're in their childhood and after the child turns 18. As a co-parent, she doesn't owe him anything beyond the time that she is supposed to have her child. If he made it a point to move away to a whole different state knowing that she wouldn't be as readily available, that's not right. A lot of people will get into these situations and say, okay, I want to split, I want to part ways, but I still want it my way. I still want it to be like when we were in a relationship. I still want you to be available. So when I need to go to work, you need to be ready to watch this kid. So if you can't do that, then you're a deadbeat mom. She doesn't owe you that loyalty or that luxury. That is something extra that a woman will do for her man when she's in a relationship with him and she knows that he is committed to her and they're committed to each other and they're mutually benefiting from the situation. Okay, baby, go to work. Go ahead and get you some extra hours today. And then when he's off, he's asking her, do you need to work? Do you need to relax? What is the exchange? So when you move outside of that relationship dynamic and you decide to co-parent, you no longer have that option as if you were in a relationship. And he's given that energy where he's still kind of moving that way, like expecting that she give into whatever his demands is. When he's ready to work, she need to pretty much be there. Even though she's in another state, she needs to magically snap her finger and snap to where he's at so that she can babysit his and her kids and he can go to work and make extra money. The delusion. He seems like the type that wants things his way is his way or the highway, and he's not willing to compromise. Not only does he insult her in the post, he's also insulting you, us, we, the commenters, the people that are looking at the situation and saying, hey guy, you know, dude, maybe you should look at this situation and think about it a little bit differently. But instead of him saying, okay, let me step back for a second and process where I could be wrong in this situation. Is there something that I could be doing differently? Is there something that I could do to make the situation a little bit easier? Instead of going that route, he's basically calling everybody dumb, everybody stupid, and saying, hey, I'm not the problem. Y'all are the problem. The whole world is the problem. Everybody except for who? Me. And with that kind of mindset, like that type of mindset alone is dangerous. Like just thinking that you can't be corrected, you do nothing wrong, and that people are just going to put up with, you know, whatever type of attitude that you want to come with. And you have to be careful with that. Not just men, some women. Some have that entitlement attitude, like you're supposed to do this and you're supposed to do that. Or because we were in a relationship at one point in time, you're supposed to operate like this, you know? And it just doesn't work like that. The kids suffer when the parents cannot co-parent properly. And I understand you may have a disagreement, you know, sometime with the other parent, or maybe you can't be in the same room with them, or whatever the situation may be, but you still have to find a common ground, because the only person who suffers at the end of the day is really that child. From all the emotional back and forth, that child has no control over a lot of things in their lives. You are a big grown, big adult that can control a lot of different things, and you know, you have the ability to do that. If you can try to figure it out amongst yourselves, that's the best thing. If you have to go to court, then so be it. But either way, the court is going to do the same thing basically that y'all couldn't do. So they're going to sit down and say how much money needs to be paid. They're going to sit down and say who gets who what days. And a lot of people think, like, when you get out of these relationships, the child doesn't just disappear and, you know, go away. And I would hate to even think like what would happen if they had something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to say you have to think about who you get into a relationship with. We all know that that's kind of common nowadays, and you have to think and dwell on that. But unfortunately, we're human and we make mistakes, including myself and I. However, you can decide to work it out, or the court can decide to work it out. And a lot of times if the court decides to work it out, there's going to be no nonsense with the both of y'all. And whatever is the result from the shakeup is pretty much what y'all gonna get, the rules that y'all gonna have to follow in the guidelines. If you are gonna take your kids, like, really make sure that you're in the positions to actually watch them. So I know that with certain jobs, truck drivers especially, certain fields, it demands a lot of time, a lot of hours. It's great if you have a, you know, a super support system. If you're gonna get the kids, do it because you want to get the kids, because you have the time available. Getting the kids is not just something to save on child support. It actually takes time. It takes dedication that you need to spend with them, that you need to do with them. They need structure, help with homework. It's so many more things than just taking that child just to save on child support. Doing things out of spite will only backfire. Like, for the life of me, I do not understand people that, you know, try to keep that other parent uninvolved unless they are a safety risk to that child. Let the other parent be involved. Give yourself a break, especially if they love that child. The more love for that child, the better. Like, I don't understand people that will keep their kids away from the other parent, or I've heard of people keeping kids away from grandparents. And I mean, wonderful grandparents that would do anything, absolutely anything for that grandchild. That makes the child miss out on opportunities of more people that could love them, that could influence their life in a way that they don't get to experience if you all can sit down as adults, figure it out, co-parent. When you go for revenge, don't just dig a grave for the person that you are going to revenge after. Make sure that you dig a grave for yourself, because along the way, you're going to eventually bring yourself down somewhere if you're doing stuff with ill intentions, or you're doing things just to get back at someone. Getting back at the other parent is not going to help. Do what's right for your child. Let your ego down. Realize that you, like every other human, have to work with other people. At some point, you have to, either you're going to work it out, the courts are going to work it out for you, or like, what else are you going to do? We all as humans and parents have to learn to work with each other to do what is going to be in the best benefit of the child. When they grow up, that's also a whole nother perspective that people don't think about. Because that child is little, you think that they're just going to be little forever and they're not going to see certain things. But as they grow up, they start to get their own perspective. And as they grow even older and they get into situations in their life and they look back on this and they're thinking like, I remember when mama went through this. Or I remember when daddy was going through this. Like, that really wasn't right. I couldn't realize it back then. But now as an adult, I see you. I see the truth. So be careful what you do, you know, for the sake of your kids. How do you want them to see you at the end of this situation? But anyway, that is a wrap. Let's get the combo popping on this, because I want to know what y'all think. Do you think that the baby mama is not helping out enough? Do you think that the dad was wrong for moving to Georgia? If he really wanted the support, could he have stayed in the same state with her and worked it out? What do you think about his attitude? Like, is his attitude really giving, I want to work with you and work things out? Or is very misogynistic, egotistical. Like, what type of vibes are y'all getting? So let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in as always. Until next time, guys. Peace.